So a little while ago, we got a new trailer for the Mario movie in a Nintendo Direct. I would actually like to note really quickly that I am not really a movie person. Of course, I watch movies, but for the most part, they're not something that I actively look forward to watching. However, I do like video games, so I don't think it's a surprise that I at least have a passing interest in movies about video games. So I have to be honest, when the Mario movie was announced, I was extremely excited for it. Even though Illumination was making it, I was still excited for it, especially since it came out that Nintendo was going to be having a really heavy hand in the film, which I can imagine is to prevent the absolute disaster that was the original Super Mario Bros. Movie that had nothing to do with the games whatsoever. So the first trailer is great, I like it. Jack Black sounds really great as Bowser. I think the character fits his voice very well. But we got a reveal, whatever. But a second trailer came out, which very much opened the doors for what we were to expect in this movie. The second trailer starts with Mario walking into a stadium full of Kongs. We have Mario facing off against Donkey Kong. Mario does the whole Chris Pratt let's go thing. A lot of people are very skeptical of Chris Pratt, of all people, voicing Mario. And I actually had very high hopes for it. The first trailer, I didn't think that Mario sounded like Mario, but the kind of voice that Chris Pratt was giving him, I can kind of see was fitting a character that looks like Mario, and I was willing to give that a shot. But I don't think that this works, and I'll explain this a little bit more later. So, Mario face off against Donkey Kong, and of course it's a kids movie, so they go, and then we have some really great slapstick humor. I actually love the fact that Donkey Kong is like smiling. Unfortunately, he doesn't speak, which I found a little bit kind of disappointing. I really wanted to see how Seth Rogen's voice would work with a character like that, but the fact that he doesn't speak immediately kind of makes me curious on how they're actually going to integrate his voice into it. As Donkey Kong smacking around Mario, I think the animation looks really great. Like, you could really pause this at any point, and it just looks very nice, which I wasn't necessarily expecting. Like, most of the time, video game movies are, like, not the best. I know, like, Cyberpunk Edgerunners came out, and that was phenomenal, but Cyberpunk also isn't about a character, especially now that we have, like, Mario. Like, everyone knows Mario, so everyone has these really high expectations for it. But I mean, animation and visuals, I think it looks really great, and I'm excited for that. We get yet another scene with Bowser, and I will say that Bowser sounds a lot more like how Bowser would sound and a lot less like Jack Black, but I assume that that's on purpose since he was seemingly trying to intimidate Luigi. Luigi, by the way, sounds really great. I think that Charlie Day makes a really good Luigi. But based on the few scenes that we do have with Luigi, in the first trailer, we got Luigi running around from a few dry bones, and in this one, it seems that he is being captured by Bowser, which kind of makes me a little bit scared that Luigi might spend the entire movie just being captured, which I don't really want. We also get this large, like, wide pan shot, and we get a bunch of, like, the enemies. We have, like, Goombas, Shy Guys. Of course, we have Koopas. There's piranha plants in the background, which I particularly like. I don't know why, but these just, like, they look so much better than I initially thought they were going to. So I think that's great. There's also one Koopa in the background who's holding a Bob-omb, which kind of makes me think, are Bob-ombs characters or are they just walking weapons? I don't know. After that, we are in Peach's castle, and Peach's design looks fine. I don't know why, but to me, Peach looks a little bit off. She does sound great, though. Anna Taylor fits Peach very well. Then again, Peach didn't really have much of a voice beforehand. I mean, of course, she had the noises that Mario had and stuff, but I feel like Peach is definitely a character that you could have a much broader range of voices since her voice isn't so, like, recognizable as Mario in a way. But I do like that. I think this is a great opportunity to really flesh out that character since for the most part we usually don't see her a lot in any of the games. There's this other scene where they're looking down at a map and there's toads surrounding it. And I really, really like the way that this map is particularly. I guarantee you this is going to be a massive thing with this movie. People are going to make whole compilations about just how detailed the environments and stuff are. Because like if you look at the map, it's all like voxels. It's like pixelated. And that's a great detail. I love that. Afterwards, we also get Peach with this axe spear thing, halberd, I think they're called. This means that Peach will probably have a much more active role, which I think will be great. There is this whole platforming section with Mario too, and that's something that I am actually very excited for, because like most of the time, like with the Sonic movie, like Sonic is like a speedy platformer. That's how that is. But like, how do you make platforming into a movie, you know? So like Sonic was more of like a road trip and less about the actual games itself. But just looking at the fact that they're at least attempting to make the actual gameplay part of the movie, I definitely feel like this is going to be a video game movie and not a movie using a video game character. We also get to see power-ups, another actual gameplay thing that they're incorporating, which I think is really cool. We see Mario in a Tanuki suit, and we see Peach pick up a fire flower, which then I'm actually curious to know if they call them power-ups or if they call them something else in the movie, because like power-ups is so like video game-y sounding, so there's that. And at the very end of the trailer, we have Mario Kart. Okay. I wonder if the carts are like made for racing and that's just what it is, or if this is just like how transportation is in the Mushroom Kingdom. Either way, I was certainly not expecting for them to even hint at the spin-off stuff. That's basically the whole second trailer. I'm not a movie person, and I'm definitely not the person to go and like, you know, I got to see this in the weekend it comes out or whatever, but I might actually have to go to a movie theater for the first time in ages. Yeah, I'm really looking forward. This is like the first movie I've ever genuinely looked forward to. That all said, I'm extremely excited. However, there's a thing about Chris Pratt that I do not think works with this. Of course, literally everyone has been saying it. Twitter made this whole thing about how, you know, there's Chris Pratt Mario memes and all that stuff, but I mean, with the first trailer, he had kind of a New York, Brooklyn-ish kind of accent that I can, like, if I closed my eyes and really thought about it, I could see that as being Mario. But this trailer, he just sounds kind of unenthusiastic about the role and stuff. I mean, like, the one that really stuck out to me in this specific regard was at the end of the Rainbow Road scene, and he just sounds very not great. It doesn't like, I'm okay with Mario not sounding like exactly like Mario. Like, I think the first trailer, it sounded okay. Like, okay, I get it. We you know, the truth of the matter is you want big names for voice actors. I get that. But like, this doesn't sound like he's really trying all that much. And like, I'm sure Chris Pratt is great. Like he's a great actor and stuff, but I don't think that he was the right person for this. And I can completely understand why they wouldn't want to have the actual voice actor for Mario, Charles Martinet, as the voice actor. I get it, you want recognizable names. I've heard a few people saying that, you know, the super like high-pitched funny Mario voice probably would have gotten old, but like my thing is, Charles Martinet is a voice actor. I guarantee you he could like level out Mario's voice, like still sound like Mario, but also not sound like as obnoxious as he can appear in the games. But like at the same time, I also understand why they would want like a big name for it. I mean, it's a movie, you want big names. That's how you get people in. But at the same time, it's the Mario movie. Like voice actors aside, the Mario movie is not going to fail. People are going to go and see this. Do you know, Mario is such a big thing in pop culture and just culture in general. I cannot see any timeline, any reality where this movie does not absolutely crush it in the box office. So on one hand, I understand why you would want nice voice actors and you would want voice actors that like with really big names and stuff, but at the same time, this is Mario. We're talking about Nintendo's Super Mario Brothers. You don't need these big actors to sell you on the Mario movie. It's Mario. It's Mario. Everyone's gonna go and see it because it's Mario. And not only that, it looks really great. But I really hope this isn't the whole movie, because like we're gonna be hearing like Chris Pratt as Mario throughout the whole thing, and like I think Chris Pratt is a great voice actor, and like I think his work as Emmett from the Lego movie, both of them was really well. But then again, Emmett, like characters like that, they don't have an established voice. Yeah. Either way, I'm still really excited for the movie. Honestly, like I'm very excited for this, and all my buddies are too. This is like this is something like we're probably gonna dress up as Mario characters and go and see it in theaters. Yeah. So yeah, the Mario movie. Actually, there are a few other things that I would like to point out. It just looks really pretty. It's a very pretty movie. I mean, you can, like I said, you can pause this at any point, and it all just looks very, very, very nice. It does, because like Mario's the Mario art style and stuff is usually very smooth, very clean and stuff. That's just it's Mario. But then with a movie, you kind of expect it to be more detailed and kind of scaled up and stuff, and it works really well. Like I look at Illumination's movies, and it's like a lot of their character designs are very round. There isn't like a whole lot of detail and all that stuff, but this looks really good. We also got a bunch of promotional posters, which I think is great. And they're mentioning like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, which is great. They're not afraid to reference the games. During the stadium scene with all the Kongs, the metal beam that they're standing on is just like the same as in the original Donkey Kong arcade game. And there's even like there's the little ladder there and everything too. This game is just gonna be full of nods to the series, and I think that's gonna be great. But yeah, that's it for this nice, spontaneous, unscripted video. Yeah, I'm just excited. I really am. Let me know in the comments what you're excited about. Let me know in the comments what you think of Chris Pratt's Mario still. Like the video if you liked it, and then subscribe to see more in the future. And with that, enjoy the rest of y'all's day. I will see you all in the next video.